14 seconds, 2.4 to go. We can see Ben O'Connor has just lost a bit of ground there, but he has Phyllis Gall, who is doing a great job keeping the momentum going there. As we can see just in the background, the two riders from Decathlon. It's all happening on this finals line here today.
Alarm bells now for Carapaz, who tries to get back and involved, and he's going to tempo his way on. Roglic fully aware of where he is there as they suddenly round here. Barade, he's on the back wheel of Mas. Total drama here, Robbie.
Yeah, and Roglic's just content to follow everybody else. He's made a few accelerations, but when the attacks come, he's just sticking to the wheels. Eddie Dunbar, well, he's just trying to hang on for it, seeing Gaudu come at him, and Gaudu in turn sees Mas looming up behind him. It's not just about the time they can win, but everybody would love a stage win.
Last chance saloon for a stage for some. It might well be repeating the feat for others. Let's wait and see. Dunbar out of the saddle right now. On his case is David Gaudu from Groupama Francis Leger. Mas just holding station at the moment. Elbow flicked out here by Barade. Wants a turn from Carapaz, who's only just managed to get back on here. Roglic now just starts to tempo his way potentially away from Carapaz and maybe away from Mas as well. Can't shake him just for the time being. Doesn't have to, quite frankly. This man, Eddie Dunbar, would love to grab himself another stage win. Took one as a sprightly in a sprightly scenario where he kicked on for effectively a sprint finish on stage 11. What can he result in right now? Well, it could be another sprint at the top of this mountain. 1900 meters to go. He's holding station, Sean.
Yes, he's holding on, and he is digging real deep here, but everybody is. The question is, with Primož Roglic and Mas, is Roglic waiting to the point where he just gets down on the drops there, as we can see Carapaz down on the drops, getting back into the wheel as Primož Roglic. There's a lot of time left here. You see Dunbar just out in front, but has anybody the kicks to get across to him? And yeah, Dunbar, he's just going to have to dig deep as possible and keep on fighting, and he's hoping that everybody else is really suffering as well.
Do you know what? Steady Eddie has enthralled us with what he does. We know he's got a sprint finale on him as well. There is a little plateau, and it might well be that part of his armoury has to be used. 1700 metres to go. We're heading up towards the clouds here, but it's sunny, you might say, as far as the action is concerned. This is absolutely racked together. We've got the principals all where they need to be, going up against each other. And I've got to tell you that Ben O'Connor is still wrestling it. He's not that far behind here, Robbie.
And he's still just hanging in to that virtual second place overall ahead of Enric Mas, who needs 22 seconds to overhaul Ben O'Connor on GC. But O'Connor, along with his teammate Felix Gall, they are riding their own tempo. They're keeping them in their sights. And all the others, they seem to be just looking at each other a little bit, starting to fox ever so slightly. Roglic swings across and leaves it to Mas because Roglic knows the score. Mas needs the time. Roglic is in control. He's letting everybody else do the work, but Eddie the Eagle soars into the clouds and he's going further away.
He is. Well, it's 13 seconds at the moment. Keep your eyes locked upon that clock. This is down to Mas to find the time. He's looking for bonus seconds as well as a gap if he can possibly find one. Carapaz tempted to come through as they head into the cloud here. This is absolutely magnificent. You couldn't get more drama, quite frankly. Landa, O'Connor, Gall and Barade. We're looking at that particular group right now. They sit at a 10-second margin. So as it stands right now, Ben O'Connor is going to be in a happy place. You've got to factor in bonus seconds indeed, if indeed they matter. It's Flamme Rouge coming up for Eddie Dunbar. As soon as that happens, he's got a couple of S-bends to take on, and the road is going to snake in front of him, but 10 seconds, 9 seconds, can't decide what the gap is. Back up to 11. Surely the clock is just needs a tap on the side. Somebody as well at the side of their head, they're going to be tapping. Got to use your noggin, and Eddie Dunbar at the moment is using his and his legs and everything else. He's going for it, Robbie.
And the others pause behind. Mas pulls across because he knows that O'Connor has just come back. He says, well, someone else do a turn. Carapaz rolls through. But this is the pause that Eddie Dunbar needs to stay out of reach. He's within the final kilometre. Landa and Barade come back as well. This pause could be the winning moment for Eddie Dunbar. There he rides into the distance.
Sean, a massive moment for Eddie.
Yes.
He's got it within his hands here. 15 seconds.
Yes, it's going to be an interesting one now. Is this 30 metres to go. This advantage looking good, but if somebody really kicks off, they could come back very quickly. But we did see that looking, and that's helped Dunbar to pull out another number of seconds.
Great ride by the Irishman. Oh my goodness, and back here they've all neutralised each other, the main favourites. It looks like they're going to be locked together for it, as far as the times we're concerned from the beginning of the day. It's been a huge day as well. It's a massive day for this man. He's heading for a second stage victory by the look of him. 16 seconds, nobody wants to take it on just for now, and I doubt they've got the legs to do it, for goodness sake. It's been such a race with so many battles that have raged between the favourites, and now it is Roglic maybe as a heartbreaker that comes through on the inside here. He doesn't have to snuff this one out. Eddie Dunbar may well carry it home, but he's still got 500 metres to kill. Could he get there, Sean? It looks like it.
Yes, it looks like it, and we can see Mass just giving the hand signal there to the others to come through here. Roglic on the front looking around. He's not going to, to take it up. Is he going to maybe do a sprint in the last number of metres? But Landa goes here.
He does, and this could be the heartbreak for the Irishman. Has he got enough time to get back at Eddie Dunbar, who's often in the clouds? Landa needs something out of this race more than his position overall. Had a disastrous day the other day and lost so much ground, nudged out of the top 10, and right now he wants this stage victory. He's won up here before in Burgos, don't forget, but he's got to catch Dunbar, and Steady Eddie at the moment is still going, and Landa looks like he's gone pop. That was his big push. Oh, they've got to fight through the crowds and everything else. You can barely see the road at the moment, but there is one up ahead of Eddie Dunbar, and he just needs to keep his head and go for it, and he's doing it right now. Still looks fresh. 300 metres to go. It can still go away from him, but will it? Oh my goodness, Sean, your man here is shining brightly in the cloud.
Yes, it's looking good here, and he's inside the 300 metres to go. We can see Masses on the front here. He should be able to hold on. Hopefully he has just got that just enough power to cling on here and take the stage win.
Wow, here he comes, Eddie Dunbar. This is amazing. He's had himself a stage win. He did that in a sprint. Right now he's just going to carry this to the line. He double checks over his shoulder. He's realising that this is going to come his way. Steady Eddie, steady as you like, brings the ship home. Absolutely fantastic. Eddie Bar none is your man. Wow, he's brought it home. Second stage win for Eddie Dunbar, and now the seconds count back. Bonus is up for grabs here as well, and Enric Mas takes a few. Count the seconds back as well. Bonus seconds for Roglic, none for Carapaz. Found himself hampered. Brave ride as well from Barade, and indeed, of course, for the mighty Ben O'Connor. We'll see what the gaps are. Phenomenal in so many ways. Gonu crosses the line. Landa almost falls over it here, wondering what might have been. An amazing day of racing. Robbie McEwen.
Eddie done good.